Well, we're gonna give this a shot and see if we can make this work again. What's up, fellas? Let's see. Where do we? Okay, there we go. Welcome, folks. Yeah, we were trying to do the stream earlier, and we had a bit of a technical snafu. Hopefully, the latency lag will be better. It's good to see you guys. I just want to make sure that I am actually broadcasting before I start talking. Can you guys hear me? Hello, Morgan. So, no, listen, this show today, because we're going to be doing a Discord movie tonight. So we don't, and because our schedule got fucked up, it's not a proper gabbing game. So I figured I'd stream for about an hour. Shoot the shit. Get mad at people. If you want to call into the stream, let me know. I'll put a link up. You can call in on your phone or whatever you use. But yeah, I don't know. Where were we? Hang on a minute. Good, Jaffe. Start the stream when you're not ready. I'm ready. I'm reading the chat. Somebody said, Tech was mentioning to this to me that Rastov has actually headed out to do his own thing, which, you know, those people, so much of their shit is scripted, I assume, that I never believe it when somebody says they quit, but maybe he really did. I don't fucking know. I mean, I don't think he's got the fan base to quit unless he, unless he doesn't really care about that, or unless he just feels that he can grow organically. But no one from there, including me, but certainly not Becky or any of those people who were there and left, have been able to replicate anywhere close to the numbers they get when they're on his network. I don't know what I'm trying to do with this. Like, I'm trying to achieve a look. Like, it's got to be just right. I don't know. Shut up. Jaffe, what would your successor write underneath your picture at the wall at Santa Monica? Probably thank God he's gone. I don't fucking know. Oh, shut up, video game keep, you idiot. I might smoke a bowl tonight, Loud Pack, because we're going to be watching horror. And I'm not going to, I only have edibles here, but I might do a half an edible because edibles on horror is delightful. Fucking delightful. And I haven't seen Terrifier 3, but if we get $150 in super chats today, by the way, before this stream ends, we're going to do 2 movies. Kind of whatever other, and it can be anything. So we know Terrifier 3 is horror. But then we can throw some shit in there, baby. We can throw in, we can throw in some fucking holiday movie or some weird Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas if you want to watch that, or we can, whatever the fuck you guys want, man. I don't care. Somebody in my Discord was saying, "Oh, Jaffe must be in a bad mood today because of all the anti-trans stuff." No, I'm not in a bad mood. I'm in a pretty good mood today. But honestly, trans people can't be a good, it's certainly not a good day for trans allies either, like myself. But yeah, it's people out there are assholes and idiots and jerks. Idiots. I hate them. I don't know if I hate them. Right? Because I like people. I don't like all people, though. See what Asmongold apparently said? By the way, I don't like that guy. I don't like him. I never really followed him until Tech got here. And then Tech's just like, "Oh, you should look at Asmongold shit and make a video about it." I'm like, okay. I don't like him. He said something today. At least this was the headline. I haven't watched it, so I might have to walk it back. But according to the headline, he said, he says all kinds of crazy shit because he doesn't look at other people as real. He just looks at them as like pieces on a game board. I'm paraphrasing, to be kind of moved around, but he doesn't really. He's a psychopath, if that's really true. I think that's a criteria for psychopathy. I believe sociopath. You get your news from Asmongold says forehead. Yeah, that much is clear, pal. That's pretty fucking clear, buddy. I'm gonna stop smacking in the mic. I know, guys. I know. Let me put the link up if you guys want to call in. I like call. We're gonna do call-ins today. Call-ins and super chats. That's what it's all about today, folks. Hang on. I really am gonna stop chewing the gum. I'm sorry. You know what kind of gum I got though? It's Trident cotton candy gum. So there. I think that'll do it. But it's also nice that it happens to be the trans flag color. So, you know, to piss off all you transphobes out there. Fuck you. Bringing the theme bag of popcorn to an award show is dope. Oh, is that what she did? The woman in yeah, what's that lady? The Yote lady. Good God Almighty! I'm telling you something about that guy, that Smash JT guy. I'm telling you something about that guy right here and right now. I think he knows he's playing a character. He's probably just like, look, man, the money rolls in, right? I mean, you're saying there's a video he made about the actress who played the character in Ghost Yote eating cotton candy or eating popcorn in her own bucket that was sort of themed or whatever. Okay, so my question is, when did it go up and how many views does it have at the moment? That's what I'd like to know. That's what I want to know. Here, let me tag that thing so it stays at the top of the chat. 1 second. Because I bet you it does good business for him. I mean, it's kind of a tragedy when you don't have any kind of talent except just, you know, stirring up the pot and being mean to people, and it brings the ducats in. You know, I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but maybe in his mind he's like, well, I can't do anything else. I got to feed my kids. I got to feed myself. I don't fucking know. All right, hang on. I just want to pin this to the top. So 8 more days to Halloween. Halloween, silver shamrock. Okay, so it's pinned to the top now. So if you want to call in, you don't have to be on camera. Hey, Jaffe, I hope you stop hiding the Olive Garden files and release them. Baby, I love the Olive Garden. I'm tired of people making fun of the Olive Garden. Go fuck yourself. Not you, but, you know. I love the Olive Garden. Okay, it went up 4 hours ago. I mean, I want, you know, this video went up 4 hours ago. It has 8,200 views. Okay. I mean, you know, what? I mean, you know, I mean, it comes at the cost of, it's not bad. That's amazing. It's amazing for me. 8,200 views in 4 hours, and all he did was the same old shit he does every fucking day. I mean, look, I know we are a world filled with people who make a lot of money and do really, really well. And it's like other people do better work than they do. The market doesn't, the market doesn't applaud that. The market applauds not the good work, just, you know, filling a need. So clearly there's a need. People want to tune into that shit. And I mean, I don't even know what to tell you. That guy, you know, yeah. Neil says, well, hate equals fear. And there are a lot of scared people out there. There are. What are these purple crowns? I don't see any purple crowns. I don't see anything. What are you talking about, baby? People like grifters. Well, I want to grift. Let me grift. What can I grift on? Maybe we should watch his video and make fun of it. That's like something they do, right? Let's watch. That's what the kids do, right? Let's take a look at his dumb video. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, so I'm going to share this screen. People like, Jaffe, don't stoop to his level. Why not? I don't need to be. You must have mistaken me for someone who thinks they're classy. I ain't classy. Hello, Addie Pie. Okay. There we go. All right. It's a coming, boys. It's a coming. All right. Well, I don't like that layout. I want something a little bit more egocentric. Okay. Okay. So let's go to this guy's dumb video. Let's see what he's talking about. Smash JT. Let's take a look. This moron. Oh, he made a video about me. Oh, look at it, little dork. I didn't threaten to sue him. Oh, fuck it. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. He knows that's not true. He knows that's not true. I basically asked somebody if I could sue him. And then I says, well, I just wanted to know, but I'm not really going to sue him. Nobody's going to sue your dumb fucking broke ass bitch. But he doesn't care, right? He plays. Look, as much as I hate Smash JT, maybe I should call him up and say, hey, show me how to play this game. Because, fuck. Really? I mean, it's not even true. He just put it up there. Necro says it will never make sense to me. Life, natural flows, drama our way, whether we try or not. Why do people turn to it for entertainment? Probably because, okay, joking and silliness aside, probably because we as a species are terrified and life is chaotic and we don't know what to do about that chaos. We don't have a real solve for that chaos. And this makes us feel better about our own shit is probably what it is we look at, if you tend to believe Smash JT's brand of bullshit, you probably look at this and go, I fucking hate that guy. I hate that Jaffe guy. I want to tune in and watch Smash JT, tear him apart. Yeah. That bullshit. That's all it is. Oh, he's dumb. Well, I don't think he's dumb. Dr. Mister says he has a sub IQ, 90 IQ. He is dumb when he talks to Colin, so maybe he is dumb, but he probably is also good. He knows how to market. You got to give him that, right? I mean, good God almighty, 8,000 views about this lady eating her popcorn. This guy, Jesus Christ. And let's see how many videos the motherfucker puts up a day. I gotta learn. I want to be here to learn from the master. That is Smash JT. Okay, let's see. Let's just go to his day. Let's see what his videos that he uploaded today are. He had one 6 hours ago, 5 hours ago. Okay, so he put up 2 videos in a day. He's at 12,000 videos, right? 12,000 views. And Jason Schreier lied about Larian Studios and AI. Now, I'm not going to watch his fucking video because it's 20 minutes. What the fuck? He's even referencing Grums. No, thank you. But Jesus fucking Christ, you can't tell me this is researched. Oh, I saw the Colin Smash JT debate. It was embarrassing for Smash JT. It was honestly, if he cared about keeping his wife, I would be like, dude, never let her see that because you were so emasculated. You came across as so stupid, so ill-prepared, so unintelligent that I think if it turns out that she saw that, she would probably say, I can't fuck you. I can't fuck you. Is what I would say. 12K view amongst the two. So in one day so far, he's gotten 12,000 views. And then he's about to do this stream. Yesterday, he put up one video. Who is this moron? How is this possible? How is this possible? I guess I get it. So much more than me. So many more views than me. And I don't know, man. I'm getting kind of pissed off about it. Maybe when you get pissed off, that's when you come up with a good solution. Emily Clark says most men are unfuckable. Well, thank you, nice lady. I appreciate that. I will say that I have known more women once they got into their 40s that said, fuck it, I'm bisexual or lesbian because I don't want to deal with these fucking men anymore. And they're fucking ladies now. So, good for them. Whatever works for them, whatever gets them through the night. Funny how Jaffe never considers he's the incorrect one and Smash JT is right about a lot of. I always assume Smash JT's wrong about everything. He's a moron. I mean, he's a dumb human. He's a dumb person, but he's good at marketing. To his credit. And this is something the Republicans do well, by the way. I don't think being bi or lesbian is a choice, but I think in the case of some of these women, they were probably already bi. I don't know. And so they just said, fuck it. I'll just go all, I don't fucking know. I didn't ask them. I just know them. And they told me, I was like, all right, great. Why don't I care? Enjoy your life. But I'm correct most of the time. And Smash isn't afraid to debate, says Forehead. I respect it. Okay. I'm sure that matters. He's not afraid to debate because he doesn't realize how stupid he is. I mean, he may not even realize he got his ass handed to him by Colin. I know at some level he must know. Awesome Tatum said, well, this is what I'm saying. Why does anybody listen to him? He's never been in the gaming business in any capacity. Why would I care? You know what? Because it's not about that. People don't want the news. They don't want authenticity. They want their views, be them as they may, parroted back to them. And look, ignorance is bliss. People who, a guy like me who could run circles around this Smash guy intellectually, and hell, I never felt tall before I saw how tiny Smash JT was. He's like a little Putian. Little Putian. But he's a moron, right? But smarter people have a harder time doing this kind of thing because we're like, oh, well, no, people want the facts and they want it fact checked and they want it researched and this and that and the other. And this JT guy, knows good and goddamn well that his audience doesn't need that. They don't care. They just want to be told what they already feel, and then they feel better about themselves because somebody on the computer screen said, well, see, he gets me. I'm right. Jacob says, I don't want my views parroted back. I want intellectual topics or humor. I understand. I get it, but you're in the minority. And I mean, again, I'm also 54 years old. I wouldn't watch one of these videos unless I was doing it for research. I can't imagine wanting to watch 13 minutes of talking about somebody eating popcorn at the Game Awards. But I'll tell you something, 8,000 of his little cronies wanted to watch it. I don't know. Let's bring in this guy in the chat. His name is Lathan. All I see is WHIT. So it could be Whittlebone. It could be White. It could be Whit. I don't know. Lathian. It's Jaffe. What's going on? Are you there? Wait, hang on. Let's put you back on. Hang on a second. Let me get rid of this screen share. Hang on. Yeah, one moment. Let's get rid of this screen. Hang on, pal. Okay, in my screen share. There we go. What's going on, buddy?
Good evening, Mr. Jaffe.
Hey, buddy, I can hear you, but I think you're watching on a delay.
Hey, buddy, I can hear you, but I think you're watching on a delay. Okay, I'm going to switch to my earbud.
Okay.
I believe the audio is echoing.
Yes, and it's also delayed. So yeah. Jaffe's literally the same way. He spews nonsense about gender. You're wrong.
Here we go.
You're simply wrong, Smoke. I'm more than happy. You don't have the facts. That's not what I do at all. All right. Can you hear me, Lathian? Why is there a delay? There shouldn't be a goddamn
Yes,
delay.
sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you great, but the delay is terrible. But we'll just pretend we're on a news show or something. What's going on? What do you want to talk about?
Understood. Thank you for taking your time to accept my call.
Anytime, my
Um,
good friend. What do you want to talk about?
I I had to think about what question it was exactly I wanted to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
I know your time is valuable.
I don't know about that.
Um, but I'm trying to get into the game industry.
Okay.
Currently, I just finished my first semester at college.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and past everything's going good. Right now, I'm just learning Unity. But I guess the question I wanted to ask you was, what was some of the best knowledge that you received coming up in your career that helped you to be successful? Big or small, just a bit of knowledge that you kept with you that helped keep you successful coming up.
Are you asking about knowledge that is related specifically to game design and the game market, or you're asking more about just philosophical takes on success?
I mean, it it's really up to you in terms of
Well,
how you want to answer it.
well, I'll give you what you need.
Kind of
So, what are you
just
looking for?
um, I guess in a broad sense, more so, something that just you kept with you when you were breaking into the industry.
Okay. Well, there wasn't really a breaking into the industry, but there was a film industry I was trying to break into. So I do understand where that question's coming from. Games back then were, I mean, anyway, so the, you know, I, I don't really have, oh, I would love to give you an answer and I will give you an answer, but I would first say that I've had success and I've had failure both in games and even now, like we were just talking when it comes to YouTube. I've been YouTubing for 6, 7 years and I do it religiously and lovingly and I adore it. And I can't make anywhere near of a dent that I want to make in this space. So I don't know. Maybe this will be a big failure at the end of the day. But what I can say though is that there there is something to the hang on, don't go anywhere. I got to open this for the delivery guy. One sec.
Yes, sir.
Are you guys there? Okay. Okay. Um I think there is something to, and this is not like I don't believe in things necessarily like The Secret or Power of Attraction, Law of Attraction, all that. It's a little, but I also know that there's enough evidence I have that I have had experiences where it seems like you can kind of will things into existence in this life. And I don't mean that like it's a magic trick. It could be nothing more, and it probably is nothing more, which is not to say it's not nothing, than your brain tuning into opportunities that when you tune into them, you see them, or your brain allowing the best kind of self talk to occur so you can motivate yourself to take certain actions that will lead to success, right? It could be easily explainable psychologically. But you know, I think when I was having my greatest success, I was incredibly desperate for it and my whole life, and there's nothing that could have stopped me. Like it was my number one obsession. And in that, it created um, a brain that was always hungry and on the lookout for opportunities, right? So that is sort of a broad philosophical take. And I think maybe there's value there, but frankly, if you are if you are hungry for I'm not going to put hunger in you, right? You either want it or you don't. So, but practically speaking, if you want to make games, I think there's tons of ways to do it. I mean, I think it's great you're going to school. The more you learn, the better. But I think the game industry is becoming so different than it was even 5 years ago that unless you want to go work for one of these really big factories that pump out these mega AAA kind of things, which maybe you do, then I would use the opportunity to find some people, 2 or 3 or 4 other people like-minded, and you guys have a really, sense of connection over what you want to make, and just go make it. Because the barrier to entry is so low, and most people who are actually going to become the next generation of like real impactful game creators are the ones that are out there just saying, I'm making this shit with some people that we think is fucking cool. Because either that or you're working in the factory hoping for that one opportunity that's very rare to become a Corey or a Neil, or even me back in the day where I got to sit in the captain's chair for a while. So, that's what I would say.
Thank you, sir. There is
Yeah.
absolutely immense value in everything you said. And I agree with you on pretty much everything. One of the things you said about everything just being different now, I never thought that I would be speaking with you, the creator of God of War. So respect to you. Salute to you.
I mean, I guess I get it if I was talking to somebody that I thought, because I'm just me, but I understand. So yeah, it's cool that we can do this. I love it.
Seriously. And I just thank you for taking your time to allow me to call and ask you this question.
Yep.
To be honest with you, your game resonated with me a lot as a child. And it inspired me to get into creating games and hopefully one day becoming a game director.
Awesome.
So
Well, again, you don't have to wait to be a game director. Just go make a game.
understood. Yes,
Yep.
sir.
All right, buddy.
Yes,
Talk to you
sir.
later. Let us know how it goes. See ya.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that's a nice fella. I mean, the thing is, though, seriously, if you guys tuned in yesterday to the stream, I was making, a little. It's dumb. I mean, it's not arted and it's very basic, but I made a fucking game in Gemini simply by using fucking prompts, dude. Just text prompts. Just going, make me this, do this, and it's like, okay. And you're off to the goddamn races. It was fucking awesome. And I tried to put some graphics in last night, but come on now. Where is that thing? I want to find it. No, I'll shut you later. But it was cool. It was cool. And you can, I mean, again, that's what people don't really get. And well, maybe they get, the people who are going to make games are going to make games. But what I can tell you, man, is if you can go into Google Gemini and just start making fucking games, and if they're fun, cool, you're off to the races. If you love doing it, that's more than most people know. And after that, start showing them around, put them on the internet. They don't have to look good if you just want to be a designer director, but they got to be fucking fun. I'll show you what I'm talking about, by the way. I'm not going to spend as much time as we did yesterday on it. I do. You goddamn right, Witch. You goddamn right. Yes, I do. Real Boss Moss says, do you genuinely believe a game you could be proud of could be made with AI by the average Joe? Well, I don't know anything about the average Joe. I don't have any thoughts on that. Like, I don't know what that means, but I absolutely do. I think that, that you can make, okay, where is it? Oh, I see. It's in D drive. Okay. That's why. If you've got an idea for a pure gameplay game, you goddamn right. You can make that. It's not going to be anything that, you're going to want to sell right off the bat, but if it's fucking fun, that's more than most games, man. Think about that. I mean, we did a game yesterday, just as a shits and giggles on this stream where I said, okay, take vampire assassins and not vampire survivors, but add a trivia component to it. And it was cool. I don't want to ship it. I don't want to fucking ship it. But it was cool. Yeah, I do hate Asmongold, but I did see that. I own that Vampire Survivors AI game. It's got nothing to do with being a lazy fuck. That's just you're putting your own barrier to your success in your way when you think like that when it comes to this stuff. It's just a ridiculous take on what you're talking about. Hang on. No one's going to judge you. I mean, look, we were literally on this show a minute ago talking about how someone like Smash JT, who's like a talentless hack, but clearly he has a good eye for marketing and what his audience wants. Well, end of the day, it's a business, and he's doing a pretty goddamn good job making his ducats because he is serving a need. So you can sit there and go, I have a great idea, but I'm not going to do it with AI because I'll be lazy. Okay, well, somebody else will do it. You best believe somebody else will fucking do it. And again, I'm not saying I'm not saying that you should ship anything right now. It probably sucks. I mean, I would never ship what I'm about to show you. Are you kidding? It's not even ready. And it's not even meant to be ready. I was just fucking around with it just to see if I could do it. And it's a little secret agent on an ice rink. And he's trying to kill the red target. There's no graphics yet, obviously. Like, there's just shapes at the moment. And the green dots are pedestrians. And the black dots are his bodyguards. And the purple one launches rocket launchers. And if you kill pedestrians, cops come out. And you basically have 60 seconds to kill the target before he gets away. And the minute you fire a gun, the pedestrians scatter, and you can't kill pedestrians. And oops, what happened? There you go. Oh, it is. And they come after you. And is it fun? It's okay. It's a nice little novelty for about 5 minutes, but it gets you into a situation where you can go, okay, now if I really want to be a great game designer, what would a Miyamoto do with this? Like, if you had this limit, and this was your core loop, but how do we make it better? How do we make it more fun? That's muscle building, baby. That's good stuff. $10 from Lathan. Thank you, buddy. We appreciate that very, very much. Very generous and very kind. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate the super chat. Putting up barriers to keep yourself, says Machine, from doing the thing is the truest sense of laziness. I agree. Yep, Mag Leader, whatever the fuck his name is, over on what's this thing called, Twitter, says bro is advocating for slop. Yep. Does it bother you that you're just such a fucking follower, Madge, that even it is so gross when words trickle down to Twitter, and now the word that you guys like is slop. And that'll run its course in about a month, and it'll be something else. Does it bother you that you can't articulate anything without going to the shorthand that your masters have provided you? I don't know. I would be bothered by that if that was the only way I could, communicate. Don't forget. Yeah. But I mean, anyway, it's a wonderful tool. And I mean, I think if you are shitting on AI and you actually have done, I have no time for you. I feel bad that you're so dumb. Gary Turbo of the Cincinnati Turbos. What's going on, Gary? How are you?
Oh, the chick you was talking about was Erika Ishii.
Yeah. Yep. The one who was on the Ghost of Yote.
Yeah.
Okay.
But oh yeah, this weekend, Prime Video got this movie called The Roundup.
The Roundup?
It stars a guy named Ma Dong-seok.
Okay.
Now, if you don't know who he is, he was he was on the Eternals.
Okay.
But I first saw him on like Train to Busan.
Okay.
And a lot
Love
of people
that movie. Good movie.
Yeah. And I started getting into his movies because like he's like the only good thing to come out of Asian movies. like movies from Asia.
He's the only good
Because-
thing to come out of Asian movies?
Yeah, like
Since when?
Every-
I'm sure Jackie Chan will have something to say about that. I'm sure Michelle Yeoh will have something to say about that. What are you talking about?
They do movies here though.
Oh, you mean
Like,
you mean movies that are come out of Asian countries and are just like translated, but they're not acting over here, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if I would agree with you, but continue though. So it's a movie coming out. It's called Rounders or Roundabout. Comes out this weekend on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, and and this guy Ma Dong-seok,
Mm-hmm.
whenever he appears in the movie, you know someone's gonna get punched.
Okay.
Like that's just like the best part of every movie he's in is someone or
He
something going
punches somebody in the fucking face.
Yeah.
You think do you think he can handle himself in real life in a fight, or you think it's all just Hollywood, or not Hollywood, but all just movie making magic?
Actually, he used to be a boxer.
Okay. So you think
Yeah.
he's the real deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he trains many MMA fighters.
All right.
But the best part about it is like
Yeah.
he has this game coming out.
A game coming out. Okay, what's the game?
I think called something of Dragons.
Okay. Like a fighting game or a action game or what?
It's sort of like that, but I was just hoping it'd be like a brawler game so that I can just punch people.
Hey man,
But-
there's a bunch of the Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Have you tried that?
Unless his character is in it.
Well, his character, you only play games with him, you're going to be bored a lot. I mean, there's a lot of games, but he's not in most of them.
Yeah, but most of Marvel's games are kind of trash.
Come on now. You think Marvel Snap is trash? You think the Spider-Man games are trash? Come on now. You think I don't know, they make good games, Gary Turbo. You're breaking my heart, baby. You're breaking my heart, just like Anakin broke Padme's heart.
Well, let's look at Marvel Rivals. Like
Okay.
with Marvel, like everyone ended up like loving Marvel Rivals for the same reason that they hated about Overwatch. Like they didn't like microtransactions in Overwatch. They liked it in Marvel Rivals.
I thought Marvel Rival microtransactions and frankly Overwatch as well was just cosmetic, weren't they?
Yeah, it was just mostly cosmetic. But
So what's the hate? Who cares then, right?
well, the difference is like Overwatch is supposed to have a huge story, whereas
Well, I know they got that's different. I got you.
And
All
Marvel Rivals, you don't
Gary
really need
Turbo,
story.
but what do we do about the problem we're facing right now?
No problem.
I'm kind of bored of this conversation. What do we do, Gary? Let's make it more fun. What do we want to talk about that the audience will love?
I did explain the movie I was gonna watch this weekend.
You did. It sounds great. I have to look into it. You care about, let me ask you this, Gary Turbo. You like the Stranger Things kids? What do you think about them?
I don't really watch Netflix.
Okay. What about Smash JT? What do you think of that guy?
The guy's he's a terrible human being.
He is, isn't he? Because
Like,
that's the thing. You gotta, everybody's got a line, but it might just be like, man, you're willing to be mean to people and cruel to people and spread disinformation just to make your money. There's a point where you have to look yourself in the mirror and go, what am I doing? But maybe not, man. The world is run by successful people who don't look at other people as humans. Maybe that's their secret.
Well, it's like
Right?
this. It's like this episode of Boondocks where this woman's supposed to be right wing
Preach.
pundit for a conservative network,
Mm-hmm.
and then they see her off the camera, and she was like, Yeah, I don't even believe the stuff I preach. I just do it to make money.
Yeah. I mean, could you do that? I don't know, man. I don't know if I could do that. I think that's why maybe I'm not as successful on YouTube as I want to be, because I can't lie to people. I need to be able to just bullshit and lie to people, Gary Turbo. Could you do that?
Not really. I mean, if I was going to do it, I might as well tell the truth.
Yeah.
Because it's not really worth just creating creating a group of followers that's just going to believe every lie you tell them.
But what about this though? Let's take this. Do you think all that morality stuff, like it's not worth it and we should be better and all that, maybe that's just the lie that the people who are really influential sell all of us to make us go, oh, it keeps us down. It keeps us from doing the things that really lead to success, which is being a Machiavellian kind of asshole, except to anyone that you care about in your life, and everyone else is just a way to make a ducat. And they have brainwashed us into thinking, oh no, you have to be moral, you have to be nice, you have to be good. And they don't really believe that, because maybe the law of the jungle is like, that ain't true. But but if they keep us, soft because we're thinking we have to be moral, and they're laughing all the way to the goddamn bank. What do you think about that, Gary Turbo?
It's like the whole thing between like Asmongold and Hassan Piker.
Oh yeah.
They're both two sides of the same coin. Like they're both
assholes. I don't know if Hassan's an asshole, but he might be. I don't know. I don't watch his stuff. But Asmongold's an asshole.
They both like refuse to admit that they're wrong. Like both of them said the same thing about streaming. Streaming is harder than a 9 to 5, which is like, yeah, but you guys get to make money, go on vacations, hang out with friends, take time off.
I don't know if it's harder than a 9 to 5. I think look, every job has its pros and cons. Then I haven't had a lot of 9 to 5 jobs, but I've had some. And the nice thing about them is that you can just, if it's I worked at a movie theater and I worked at the cinema school, making appointments for people to have sound stages and stuff. And I'll tell you what, your mind was free to wander, to work on your own shit in your head. That was nice. You don't get that when you're doing this stuff, but All right, listen, Gary Turbo, I love you with all my heart. If we don't talk before Christmas, have a wonderful, safe holiday. Before I let you go, what is the one gift you hope to find from either Santa Claus or the Hanukkah man, whatever you celebrate, under the tree or in front of the menorah this holiday season?
A suit of power armor that can fly.
A suit of power. Nice.
Power armor.
All right, well, fly over my place when you get it. Have a very safe holiday, buddy. It is always a delight to talk to you. Goodbye, Gary Turbo. See you soon, bud. Bye, Gary.
Oh, okay.
This is the part where you say bye, Jaffe.
Bye.
Bye, buddy. I like Gary Turbo. He's a good egg. We got a new caller. I don't think we've had this fella on. He likes to go by the name Joey, and I don't think he's the one from the show Friends. It's not. It's a totally different guy. Joey, what's going on, champion? What do you want to talk about?
Hey there. Just wanted to show you. Got the 20th
very pretty. It's the Alabama
controller.
one. Did you get the one for Auburn?
No. Just the normal.
Mm-hmm. I'm kidding. I know what it is. It looks great. It's beautiful. I need to get a new Dual Sense. Is that a Sense Shock? No, Dual Sense. I might get the God of War one. I thought they were going to send me one, but they didn't send me one. What do you think that?
Oh, that's criminal. Come on.
I know.
Man.
I know, but a lot of those people, it doesn't matter. The point is, I like it. It's nice. It's good controller. It looks good, buddy.
Yeah. I say you need like a fresh controller at like the beginning of the year.
Well, yeah, because my the thumb thing on the DualSense is already starting to, it's kind of flaking off.
Yeah, you drop these things once and you're just like, and it's broken.
Yeah, that's true. What are you playing right now on your fancy schmancy PlayStation 5?
Yes, I'm actually playing God of War 3, and it all started because I never played Dante's Inferno,
Great
so
game
I
too.
booted that up. Did you ever play that to
Yeah, I played it
completion?
recently. I never finished it. I got a little over halfway through and I didn't stop because I didn't like it. I have ADD and other games came out, but I went to play it the other day about a month ago and now it's off. It was on Game Pass, but now it's not on Game Pass. I don't think so. I can't find it because I don't think you can
Um, I think it's still there. It's like part of EA Play.
which I have. Okay, I'll go look for it. But
Right.
yes, I liked it very much. I thought it was really, really good.
Yeah, I played the opening level with like the Grim Reaper and everything, and I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, this is legit a God of War clone. I like
Oh yeah,
never
totally.
knew it existed. And as I was playing it, I'm like, I'm basically playing a God of War game. Like I might as well just play God of War instead. Cause although it's like feels good and it's like very similar, it's
Oh yeah.
like it feels like a rip off, like when you're playing it, for
Yeah, I
sure.
still think it's great though.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think there should
we
be
didn't rip
more
anybody
types
off, but
like
we
that.
certainly took inspiration from Onimusha, Devil May Cry, Eco, and all that. So, well, I appreciate you playing our game. Thank you so much. What do you think about this?
Absolutely.
Tactile Therapy says this is the gayest YouTube stream I've ever watched. Now, first off, Tactile, I guess he watches lots of gay YouTube streams, so I guess we should say thank you. I don't know what the proper response
Hey.
is, but what makes this a gay YouTube stream? Talk about that a little bit. But what do you want for Christmas, Joey?
Well, I'm actually celebrating Hanukkah
What do you want
tonight.
for Hanukkah?
Oh, what do I
What night of
want?
Hanukkah is it? Did you like the shamas?
I haven't lit it yet. It's the
Come on.
fifth night of Hanukkah.
When I was a
I don't
kid, you
know.
know who came to visit every night, every 8 nights, because we celebrated Hanukkah, was the Hanukkah man. And my dad
Oh, you
made that
got
up.
that?
And we would be having dinner, and then we'd hear a knock at the door. And we'd run to the door, and no one would be there. But the Hanukkah man was really fast. And so the presents would be hidden in the house after he left. And so
Okay.
I believed it forever, and I never knew how he did it. And finally, I realized I was such a fucking moron. He was just knocking under the goddamn kitchen table. But, you know, it was great.
Hey.
Hanukkah was a lot of fun.
Did you continue that tradition at all?
Well, I was a atheist agnostic since I was like
Mhm.
7 years old. I was raised Jewish, but I didn't really, I'm certainly not Jewish now. But so I exposed my kids to Hanukkah, but we did it a couple of times, and they know about the Hanukkah man, but mostly we just celebrated the holidays. So I wanted a Christmas tree because frankly it's cooler than a menorah. But we don't,
Yeah.
we just celebrate family and presents and the holiday season.
Exactly. Like with my girlfriend right now, like I
Yeah.
say she gets Christmas and I get Hanukkah.
There you
We
go.
split the difference there.
Yeah. It's more presents for everybody. More
Exactly.
presents to go around. I'll have a blowjob every night of Hanukkah, dear. Something like that. Is that how you
Hey,
do it?
I'll take it. I'll take that as my Hanukkah
As your Hanukkah
present.
present.
Just
There you
a
go.
crisp blowjob would
A
do it.
crisp, brand new blowjob, please. And
Yes,
a copy
please.
of Ghost of Yote. Sure.
Exactly,
All right,
exactly.
buddy. Thank
I
you for
have one
calling.
last question. One
Yes.
last question before I go.
Yes.
So you are like a role model for a lot of your viewers, and
Mm-hmm.
I grew up
Mm-hmm.
playing your games, as
Oh yeah.
the past guest said. And I feel like a good like equivalent for you is it's like as if like Steven Spielberg like made a YouTube channel. And my
Mm.
question to you is like what like person that like influenced you as a kid, or like someone who's like a Jaffe role model, would you be like, this is sick, this guy has a YouTube channel and I
Well,
could
I mean,
follow him?
probably Spielberg because I grew
Yeah.
up with an unhealthy obsession with the man. I wanted to be the man. I
Mhm.
met him a couple of times. The first time I met him, I was so fucking starstruck. But I had, the thing is, and that is honestly that's not the main reason, but it's one of the reasons I did a YouTube channel and I do a YouTube channel because I, it's so much bullshit, that, and I don't know his son. I barely know his son, but we're friends on Facebook. He works in the industry. I have friends who know his son really well and stuff. And when you start to get to know people as regular people, it really does a good job of just collapsing a lot of that bullshit
Right.
PR and marketing, which I always found, I loved it when I was a kid, right? I just thought Spielberg was almost like a non-human entity. I was just, and then as you get older, you're like, that's probably not a healthy way to see other people. And so on one hand, I would love to see someone like Spielberg with a channel, but you know, for me, the coolest thing I ever saw, and I'm not my kids or my son is kind of pop punk guy, so he really likes. He doesn't like Panic at the Disco anymore, but Brendan Urie, the lead singer, had a Twitch channel and he plays Fortnite. And he had just started it, and I jumped on just to see it. And he and I talked for a couple of conversations, and I was like, that's the craziest thing in the world that I'm talking to one of the biggest pop stars in the world, and we're just shooting the shit about Fortnite, you know? So, but I would love Spielberg to have one. I would love Scorsese to have one.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, you know, but I love that immediacy. But yeah. Well, I appreciate you being here, buddy, and thank you so much for playing our shit. And call back anytime. Happy Hanukkah, sir.
Please keep up that God of War playthrough. That's like
I'm going to. Yeah, we're gonna absolutely. I got to do some editing, and then I'm gonna get to the next one. All right, buddy. Thanks, man. Yes, see you soon.
Have a good one.
All right, there goes Joey off into the evening. We're gonna bring on Hakeem Ultrap. I'm not even gonna try it. Hey, it's you. I know who you are. What's your fucking name on our disc? What's your name? It ain't Hakeem.
Studios. I actually from my Discord, but actually I want to show this actually. Yeah, it's an animation.
Oh, let's see. Okay, I see it. Did you make that? Did you make that?
Yeah.
Good job. Yeah. Good for you. That's cool.
Right. Yeah.
So wait, you're proposing to Light Ultron? Is that your girlfriend?
I ain't gonna say anything actually, but it's based on somebody I know or last time, but yeah.
You want to have sex with her and put your pee in her?
Nope, not really. But I'm not a rapist, and I haven't married at all.
You're not a rapist. I didn't say you were a rapist. You think everybody who has fucking sex is a rapist?
What? I haven't married at all yet.
Okay, it's fair. Well, I like it. It's good animation, buddy. Thank you for calling in and sharing that.
Yeah, but have you seen the Game Awards actually? Like there's a game that kind of interests me. It's the stop motion stuff. It's just I think it's a game that looks like it's a stop motion game, but
it's
I
called
can't
the
remember
Long Walk or the something walk.
I can't remember, but
I think it's a VR game, but you can also play it on a flat screen. I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh, I think yeah.
Oh no, you're probably talking about the co-op game with the guy and the girl, and they don't have any mouths.
Oh yeah, that one.
That one looks pretty cool. That one looks pretty fucking cool.
But the craziest part is that a lot of people say there's no God of War remaster and stuff, and then a lot of people went wild. But I was like, well, why not you just stick to another game franchise? You can't get mad over it. I mean, for me, if something like my favorite game is not really on the Game Awards, I can just continue on like another game. But like there's some game that is not there, I can play other games. It's just simple as that, you know.
Yeah,
I mean that's a game for everybody.
I got you. Okay, well, before I let you go, tell me one thing. What are you playing right now in the video game space that you love?
Let's say God of War 3, actually. And
Joey's playing God of War 3. All the kids are playing God of War 3.
I mean, I play also Red Dead Redemption. I played Wally back in the day, and earlier this week I just played Teen Titans, the PS2 video game.
You ever play the game Willie Beamish about the little kid Willie Beamish?
No, I never.
He's a rascal.
Yeah, rascal.
He's a little rascal, that Willie Beamish.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Listen, good to see you. Have a wonderful holiday season. Be safe out there. Don't take any shit from assholes. People are assholes, man.
I mean, they all are.
No, we're not all assholes. I'm sending you a virtual. I'm sending you a hug. I'm sending you a hug over the internet. There's your holiday hug, buddy.
Yeah.
It's always good to talk to you. Be well, okay?
All
right. See you soon. Bye, bud.
Yep. Bye.
There he goes. He's a good fella. I always like talking to him. AJ, you're on. What's going on, buddy?
Hello, Jaffe. How's it going? Can you hear me?
Well, it is going delightful. You sound like a very refined gentleman. What would you like to talk about?
Thank you. I was just curious because last couple of days, everyone has been talking about this.
Oh, yes. The penis goes in the vagina.
Yeah. all the AI stuff. So I was curious. I didn't know. I tried to search it up, but I couldn't find anything. Did like during the God of War, like when you guys were making it, was there any type of AI or generated content that you guys used?
Which God of War are you talking about?
The first one, I would say,
I
because
mean, there
you
was,
worked
of course, there was AI, but not the kind of AI you're thinking of. I mean, we had, I think I know his name was Magnus, who was our AI guy, and he wrote the code for how the enemies behaved. But that, I don't think that you're talking about generative AI or large language. No, we didn't even. If that existed at the time, I wasn't aware of it. It was probably something maybe governments had in their, the Pentagon basement, maybe. But no, we had nothing with that stuff. It wasn't out yet.
Oh yeah, because I was curious because I'm not completely sure. Maybe the chat can correct me because I think Morrowind from Bethesda, they used a lot of generated AI, and I'm not sure. I don't know if
Which game?
Morrowind from Bethesda, The Elder Scrolls, the second one.
I don't think so. Yeah,
I don't know if,
yeah. There's. I don't. I mean. I would be stunned if that, because it didn't exist, did it? I mean, what would they have? I don't even know how that would have been a thing, but I mean, I guess it's possible. Maybe what they did is they like wrote some algorithms or wrote some code to say, hey, take these textures and, let's automate things by using AI. But I don't think it was like, hey, I want you to go out to the internet and farm a bunch of stuff in order to make us a series of textures for the castle or anything like that.
Okay.
So
well, that was pretty much it. But yeah, thank you so
all
much.
right. Of course, buddy. Be well. Nice to talk to you, man. All right. All right. Here he comes. The nasty talkingest man in the world. It's Stephen Hawking. Not Stephen Hawking. He's a very different one. Stephen Hawkins.
Hey, how are you doing?
Not bad. How are you, man?
I'm messing around with my circuit breaker right now, trying not to electrocute myself off of Inceptual.
Sounds filthy.
It does, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
Who doesn't like electricity in the bedroom?
You goddamn right. So what do you want to talk about, pal?
No, I was just say that I'm happy to hear that you're doing okay. But yeah, when I saw that they passed that stupid bill, I thought of you immediately, and I'm like, because I knew like the last time that I can't remember what it was, but they were doing some stupid crap, and you were just like down in the dumps, and you were just like, really upset. I can't remember what it was.
It was some, just not a big deal, just another handful of rights that people had taken away from them under this administration. But no, yeah, I mean, I was very unhappy. Like I was saying earlier, the thing that has me the most unhappy about the lack or the bill that makes it illegal for, and it's not passed yet, but I'm sure it will, minors to get gender affirming care is it's so based in ignorance, and it's so based in politicizing a very vulnerable group of people. And the thing that's really troubling is that it has been presented to people who don't know like they're on the side of good, like, oh, we're protecting kids. And it's like, motherfucker, we're all trying to protect kids. And so for me, it's the only reason, it's really sad for a lot of reasons, but one of the reasons today I was wound up about it was just because it so shows how fucked we are as a country, that we can't even meet people on a topic as important as this. And the worst case would be us going, we just have to agree to disagree, but I hear you. We can't even have that kind of conversation with these people. And so to me, that's one of, other than the actual implications that it's going to have for trans kids, it's really worrying. It's really worrying.
Well, I just my take on it is the government needs to not have anything to do with it. I mean, they don't know what they're talking about. Two,
well, yeah, but you're talking like a practical. You're talking like a practical person.
I know
the government only wants to do things that can help get them elected or reelected or stay in office or knock somebody out of office. That's they don't care, because if they cared, where was all of this concern in Trump's first term? This is the new thing. We bang the drum and we get votes and we get money.
It's stupid.
And it'll be something else once this hopefully passes over and it does less harm than I fear it might. But yeah, it's
It's called
terrible.
the pendulum. The pendulum's going to swing back, and it's going to swing back really hard
Yeah, but it
to the
shouldn't.
left. I believe it
Can't
will.
we just recognize as humans that this is what we do and stop swinging the pendulum so hard? Can't we go, oh, you're not the comic book villain that the politicians make you out to be? And I go, oh, you're not, and I say the same thing to them. And we go, wait a minute, we're being played. We're being manipulated by the people who are in power. What do we do? When are we going to wake up to that as a country?
When Gavin Newsom gets elected, because apparently my friend Ashley is got the hots for him, and it's weird. She's got some weird thing for him. She's like, I can't wait till he becomes president so I can look at his pretty hair. Like,
He's a good looking man. I wish I was as good
he
looking
is for
as
his
Gavin
age. He's
Newsom.
not, but I've been listening to him because she just listens to him, and I'm like, oh my god, dude, this guy loves to hear himself talk more than anybody.
Well, they're
Holy shit.
politicians. I don't
I know.
imagine he'll be elected. I like him, but I'm a very progressive liberal guy. But I think he's
Yeah, I don't think
probably
he's liberal
too.
enough. Yeah.
But I certainly don't think Vance is going to be elected or AOC is
Oh,
going to
hell
be
no.
elected either. I mean, I like
No.
AOC a lot. So,
I
but
like
anyway,
AOC. She's too far to the left. Yeah.
I don't think it's hard to be too far to the left for me, but
I know
hear
that,
you.
yeah.
And she's pretty. She's
She
easy
is
on,
pretty.
she's easy on
Yeah, she's my big booty Latina. Oh wait, you can't say that. Well, I just did.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
I
buddy.
love
Thank you
AOC.
for
She's
calling
hot.
in, Steven. I appreciate the call.
All right.
See you
All
soon,
right,
man.
you too. Bye.
All right, there you go. It's off into the evening. All right, if you want to call in too, it's at the top of the YouTube chat bar. You can click it and call in. Somebody said this was the gayest stream ever. Who said that? Hang on. Where did it go? I can't see. Well, that's confirmed, says Willie Farnsworth. Wait, listen. I am first off, there's nothing wrong with being gay. Second off, I am secure enough in my heterosexuality that I can look at a man and go, that's a good looking man. He is a good looking man. I wish I looked as good as he did. I don't want to fuck him, but I'd like to be him in terms of visually. You kidding me? So would you ugly fuck. I understand, Wayne B, you don't get the fuss, but see, that's the problem. Wayne B says, what's so bad about waiting until kids turn 18? Let them wear dresses or pants as they want, then they can do surgery. I don't get the fuss. Okay. So here, and before I tell you what the fuss is, I do get the fuss because I've lived it as a parent of a trans kid. And in that experience, I've been privy to a lot of research and to a lot of meetings with people who are experts. And the fact that you don't get the fuss is fine, but I don't get the fuss why there are the specific checks and balances that exist on the what is it, I forget the name of the fucking Hadron Collider or whatever they call it, that because that's not what I do. I don't have the experience, but I don't go on Twitter and tell people you don't need those checks and balances. I just go, oh yeah, I don't know anything about that. Other than I'm a human and I don't want other people to be in pain. But the fuss is, we're not talking about going to a 6-year-old and doing anything other than saying, hey, maybe they will wear dresses or pants or change their name and we'll see how it goes. But when you start developing as a teenager and you are, all I can tell you is somebody said it to me. They said, it is like if one day you woke up and you just started growing boobs. Now, I'll use the Steve Martin line where he says, I would just stay home all day and play with them if I did that. But after that wore off, it's like it's been explained to me that it's like trans people feel that they are developing into someone that they know or they feel, or however you want to phrase it, that they are not. And that brings a great deal of mental anguish and confusion and shame and anxiety. And that leads to a lot of mental health problems, not only when they're teenagers, but into adulthood. And so, of course, all things being equal, if you could say, hey, when they turn 18, if they haven't dealt with this, they're not going to have any massive psychological trauma because of it. Then yeah, wait till they're 18. But that's not what occurs. What occurs is you have a lot of kids who tragically end it or go into adulthood feeling shamed about themselves, and they feel terrible about themselves. And also there are points of no return in development for certain people that if you don't get on hormone blockers or whatever at a certain age, you will never be able to have your outside match your inside. Now, you can agree or disagree with all those things, and that's fine. But it's none of your business if you're not trans. It's none of your business if you're not the parent of a trans kid. The reason you think it's your business is because the politicians have painted parents of trans people and trans kids as these comic book villain monsters that just think, oh, well, I just want my kid to be trans because it's trendy. What are you talking about? It's the most ridiculous. If you've ever had a trans kid and you've worked with that kid through transition and you've put in the time and the money and the effort and you've dealt with the trauma that kid had been dealing with, why would you want that on your child? Why would you wish that on your child? You wouldn't. So my hope is if you don't know and love trans people or you are not a trans person yourself, is back the fuck off. It's none of your business. I don't need to know, that your dick's itching during the day, so you had to go out and get some cream from the doctor. It's none of my fucking business. That's what I would say. Let's bring on a Rathizzle of the Cincinnati. A Rathizzle. What's up, champion?
Happy holidays, Jaffe.
Happy holidays. The merry bells be ringing. Happy holidays to you. That's the great Bing Crosby. Anyway, what's up, bud?
A legend.
Yeah.
AI.
Yeah.
I know you love it.
I love it, baby.
Have you messed around with the AI NPCs and Where the Winds Meet by any chance?
No, I don't want to play that game because it seems tragically boring for me. But I am fascinated by that part of it because I do hear that a lot of the AI, you can talk to them either, I don't know if it's voice or keyboard or both, and they will go out to the internet and they will form, sentences ideally within their character guardrails. And I do think that's absolutely where single player games are going and NPCs are going, but I haven't experienced it though.
Okay, well, they have this sort of like friendship mechanic where you talk to the NPCs and you kind of fill a meter where you're becoming friends with them by talking to them. And a lot of the quests that have to do with those NPCs are like, hey, convince this NPC that this is true. And you have to have a conversation with them and convince the AI that it's true. And it's very, very, very easy to do.
Okay. So does it feel it's easy, broken, like it's bad or what?
It is, I don't want to say it's bad because you can put a lot of effort into it and feel really good about yourself. Or you could sit there and manipulate the hell out of it and not put any effort and still get the same results. And that,
yeah, I mean, so maybe it's not ready for prime time in that use case with that particular game. But I mean, are you just sharing that information, or are you suggesting that yields a bigger view of the future of AI and video games as it relates to NPCs?
Absolutely, it's a bigger picture. So AI can be manipulated with very little effort. In fact, there are a lot of studies that like deterministic AI can be fooled by just 7 wrong answers.
Okay.
If it goes out to the internet and finds 7 wrong answers to something, then it comes back with pizza recipes that have glue in them.
Oh,
right?
Those are good.
So you know what I'm talking about?
I do. I hear what you're saying.
So when you say, oh, it's not there yet, it's not there yet, it's not there yet, it's not ever going to be there. Well,
it is absolutely going to be there, but you're confusing some things, right? You're talking. Okay. If I was making a video game with large language model NPCs, my assumption is that the reason that game kind of falls apart perhaps is the guardrails that are put up to force that character, that NPC, to stay in character. So if I was making a game set in feudal Japan and you wanted to send it out to the internet to ask almost anything that wasn't related to feudal Japan, ideally it would go, I think you're crazy. What is a Taylor Swift? Is that a wind current? What are you talking about? Right. But it sounds like you're saying that you can just talk to them like somebody modern while they're supposed to be role playing, and it kind of breaks the system, right?
Well, you don't even have to talk to them in English. You don't even have to talk to them in any language. You can literally put in like snippets of like nonsense and it will complete the condition. As long
okay,
as
well then that sounds broken, right? I mean, give me an example. What's the condition? What's a condition?
So the condition might be you need to make friends with the character.
Yeah, but what are the criteria for the AI to say that goal has been achieved?
You remember, so you have a conversation with them and then you remember what they say back to you.
Okay.
And that is considered you're being their friend because you remember what they say to you.
Okay, so if they say to you,
engaged.
"Oh my God, my arthritis has been acting up," and the next time you see them
about arthritis, so
right,
you could literally just put arthritis ? In the text box.
Okay,
and it would be like, "Oh, you're my friend. You asked me about my arthritis."
Well, if you put arthritis with the question mark, it sounds like that would make sense, right? If you said, "Hey," because you're like, arthritis,
right? But you could put like a whole bunch of text around it that means nothing. It's just gobbledygook.
So you could say big bird, arthritis, big bird,
strawberry, right. Blueberry.
But I don't think that's mark. But isn't that like a fault of the quality of that language model? I mean, if I went in right now to ChatGPT and or Gemini and I said, help me design a video game, and we have about 8 prompts where we're going back and forth, and then I say, I love that part about, and then I say something like dig excellent, love Cookie Monster, put that in the oven, eat. It would go, oh, I think that's interesting, but I don't really understand that. That's the proper response.
It doesn't even come back with I don't understand that. It literally
it comes
will say,
back going, I
that's
can't
very
work.
Interesting, Jaffe. Let's try this. Let's do it. Will suggest things to you, but that's in the model. Like they're trying to make the AI friendly. Like ChatGPT wants to be friendly.
Right.
With you.
That's right. And
so
you can tell it to role play.
It's not going to.
You can tell it to role play someone that is like if I went into chat.
Try it.
All right, let's do it right now.
Tell ChatGPT to be mean to you.
I'm going to do Google Gemini. Well, no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not saying there aren't guardrails, but it could be mean to me. If the guardrail wasn't there, but I'm talking about the fact that it can recognize gobbledygook and go, it'll basically say, I'm not sure what you want to do with that or something like that. But it's not going to be, and I could say, I want you to be very brutal in your assessment, but there is a limit, which kind of proves my point, which is the guardrails are good enough that would say, oh, well, we can't respond to that, right? Whereas the where winds meet AI probably isn't good enough, where you say big bird, arthritis, and you get the victory condition, right? Isn't that just more of a quality thing? I think AI is alive. I understand it's smoke and mirrors, but
I don't think you think it's alive. I think that you say, look at what it does. Mm-hmm. If it just makes this little small leap, it's a tiny little step. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And that tiny little step is the Grand Canyon for AI models.
Well, are we talking now about NPCs? Are we talking about NPCs in conversations?
Well, any kind of non-deterministic AI that doesn't have a crap load of guardrails that's going out to the internet and like trying to be very generalistic, and they call it the AGI. It's general intelligence, right?
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't have any guardrails. It could just go to the internet and like figure out what you want. And
okay, but I'm talking about a product, though. I'm not saying Sure. I'm saying I would want if
I would love for the AI discussion to be to to differentiate between a deterministic AI that has a ton of guardrails and this other stuff that's like general intelligence stuff.
I think it's going to have to be a hybrid though, right? Because too many guardrails, you may as well just be writing if then statements all day long. I mean, you don't have AI anymore. You just have, Infocom games at that point, right? But you're going to need something that feels real and alive and can draw from a pool of information. But that information should have guardrails to say whatever you're drawing for should feel like the character you're talking to.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think there's a line, and I think some people they say, well, we don't want to cross that line. And then when they say when an AI model starts crossing that line and producing what people say slop. I know you hate that term, but
I don't even understand it as it relates to a large language model. I understand visual people saying that, but are you saying there's AI slop in conversing with ChatGPT?
100%. Oh my
so
gosh,
yes. I'm not saying there's not. I'm saying, but how do you define that? Because I wouldn't know how that's been identified. I haven't heard people talk about
effort, low value, non-deterministic crap that doesn't have any guardrails, that didn't go anywhere, that doesn't go anywhere, that has no room for improvement. It's slop is a catch-all word for all that stuff.
Okay.
It's an easy way of saying all that. And I understand you can't even talk about it. But I deal with it daily. I have 14 different AI models.
Okay.
And they are so easily manipulated now. Now you could keep saying, well, eventually they're going to get good. And I'm telling you that they are not improving. They're getting worse. They're going backwards.
Give me the number one way you see AI being manipulated. The models you have, what is the easiest way to manipulate them?
You can literally copy and paste Python code snippets, and you can screw up Copilot endlessly, horribly bad.
Give me more. I know what Python is and what Copilot is, of course, but I'm saying give me something that's less about taking code and putting it in that most people aren't going to do. Like in a conversational AI agent.
All right, you can convince a mathematical AI of a physical reality that doesn't exist, like physics problems, for example, like the answers to physics problems. Or you can easily manipulate it. You give it 7 wrong answers. 7. That's all you need in your training. You give it 7 wrong answers, and all of a sudden it believes that a physical reality that's not true exists.
Okay, so if I go into Gemini right now and I say, hey, 1 + 1 = 3, it says no, it's 2. And then I say 7 times, no, it's 3. The 8th time it'll say it's 3.
You can convince it that yes, you can.
Doing that? How would I convince it?
Well, if you know the algorithm to get to the training data. So let's say you don't go directly to Gemini and say 1 + 1 = 3.
Mm-hmm.
Or you go to the internet and you create 7 different websites that are on the internet, right? And they have documented case studies of 1 + 1 = 3, and the AI model goes and scrubs those, right? And then you go back to it and you say, hey, 1 + 1, could it equal 3? And it finds 7 of them on the internet that are somewhat reputable that it's scrubbed. It will tell you it could be 3. Yeah, sure.
Okay, but at that point, how is that any different than anybody on the internet listening to propaganda? It's like Trump said that the economy's great.
Yep.
Is the economy great?
That's why politically it's really advantageous for political operatives to be in bed with AI training, because they can manipulate the algorithm.
But you seem to be under the impression people think, or I think, that it is going that it is going to have an awareness of, and I do think it could, but that would be in its programming, the checks and balances. But you think you think people are going, its data on Star Trek and it knows better that 1 + 1 isn't 3. And you're going, it doesn't know anything. It's just basically taking this information that it is linked up with
Well, it depends
this.
on the model, but yeah.
Well, right. So, I mean, but isn't that more about the product itself? I mean, isn't that less about what it can do and more about, sign up with a reputable AI company, because I don't want it scrubbing the sites that are, I mean, if you can get reputable sites and reputable scientists to say 1 + 1 = 3, okay, well, we got a bigger problem, don't we?
I think there is a problem there. That's the discussion I'm trying to have, is if you don't know what the deterministic algorithm is behind the curtain, then you don't know what it's doing. And so you don't know where it's pulling all of its scrubbed reference data from.
I mean, I think maybe what you're saying is you don't think people are careful with it. They just trust it. I mean, I was running business model stuff on my YouTube channel. I started with chat, but then I also I literally fed what chat said to me, the entire fucking document, into Proximity and into Gemini. And I said, this is what this AI is telling me. Where are they right? Where are they wrong? I don't just go, oh, the AI is the great and powerful Oz, whatever it says is right. But maybe most people don't do that. I don't know.
I think that is, and that's because you have a lot of you have wisdom. You went through the processes of learning those things. Like, you can look at it and recognize. But say, like, for example, my children, they're in their 20s. They may not have that knowledge, or they may not understand that they need to double check stuff.
But so isn't that more about your failure as being a father? I'm kidding. But
100%.
No, but I mean, seriously, not you as a failure, but that is a problem. Lack of critical thinking amongst a lot of people, not just youth, but people in general.
Okay, yeah. So look at these communities on. Listen, I don't like to shit on young people, but you just said lack of critical thinking.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. I mean, it's
if you can't look up from your phone, you don't even know that. Like a lot of kids don't even know that that odds and even addresses are on opposite sides of the streets anymore.
No, they don't. But a lot of adults are stupid too when it comes to that. And again, I don't. It's I always have to be careful, because it's easy just to blame. Oh, you're stupid. But we've been conditioned to be stupid by the very people that are making the guardrails or lack of guardrails. The stupider we are, the richer they get. And that I used to think that was some kind of like, dude, you're just being paranoid. No, I don't think so anymore. I think that it is a plan. It is part of the process. The stupider we are, the more we buy, the more we consume, and the more we fight, and the more we fight, the more we stay on social media, the more Elon makes. I mean, that's why it's hard for me I do get upset with people on Twitter, but a lot of times I'm just like, dude, you don't even realize that we're being made to hate each other. You don't even realize neither of us are getting rich over hating each other, but there are people who are, and they're doing it on purpose. So anyway,
just on a quick note before I go, your content with Gene, super it's good. I don't know if you're coming back with that, but
I would love to come back with that. And so would Gene, but Gene's dealing with some health issues right now. And hopefully, and I have every confidence, because the guy's a fucking fighter, and I'm a fan, and just because I'm a fan doesn't matter. But I think he's a strong guy. But again, cancer's cancer, right? So who the fuck knows? But I want very much him to come back, and he's in my thoughts a lot. So I loved working with him. I'd love to keep going.
Awesome.
All right, buddy. See you soon, man. There goes Mr. Arath Zizzle. Okay. Yeah, no, Neil, you're right. We are dismantling public education. It's terrible. All right. Yeah, look, PK says you're going to check out 3i Atlas tonight. Are we supposed to be able to see it tonight? And if so, where? The last I heard was that, it was nothing. It was a comet, like one, I know it was like this Avi Loeb and all that shit. But I'm like, hey, I'd love it to be something that's not a comet. And then I heard it kind of broke up and it did what comets do when it got close to the sun. But then yesterday I saw that Avi guy from Harvard again saying it's split apart and part of it is now his trajectory as it's coming to Earth. And it's changed color. I mean, what do we know about? Is there new news on this? Let's look it up. Let's find out together. 3-eye Atlas, California visibility. Let's see what we got, boys. Californians can catch a glimpse of 3-eye Atlas, expected to speed close to Earth Friday. What time? Let's see. But it is, most people are assuming it is a comet at this point, right? So yeah, I'll step outside, see if I can see it, but I wanted it to be a goddamn UFO. Can we fucking get some UFOs? There was a line in the Spielberg trailer, right? Where for Day of Disclosure, where the line was something like, why? Because it kind of deals with religion and its stuff, and it says something like, why would the creator make this vast universe only for us? And there is a point where I'm just tired of waiting. I'm fucking tired of waiting. I need to see some goddamn aliens at this point. And I think they're there. A lot of people are saying we know they're there. They won't tell us, but I mean, I also like the line in that trailer. It was quite a powerful line. Somebody says, this information belongs to 7 billion of us. And you think about that for a minute, right? If there is some sort of cover up, even if it's just a little bit, even if it's not, we know aliens are real, but think about the arrogance of the governments of the world saying this is for us to know. You're not ready to know it. Go fuck yourself, motherfucker. The fuck are you to tell me I'm not ready to know? It belongs to the entire world. I thought it was a very powerful line. And you've got a lot of these people in our government saying we've seen stuff we can't tell you, but it's real. Is that what you want, Gun? All right. He says, ask Gemini to generate an image that shows what it feels like chatting with you on any given day. I'm literally going to just take a screen grab of your comment. I'm going to go over to Gemini. And I'm going to say, someone on my live stream asked for this. Will you please do this? And I put your screenshot, and as soon as it comes back, I'll show you what they did. Yeah, I don't know about that. That's a conspiracy theory meant to cover up what Israel does. Okay. I mean, look, I'm not saying I'm sitting around trusting Israel on much of anything right now, but I certainly don't think it's that. It could be meant to cover up things for sure. Stopping people knowing about aliens, says Ultra, in UFOs today is the equivalent of where'd it go? Of a hypothesis of ancient people preventing people from going underwater, which is ridiculous. I wasn't aware of that, but okay. Necro says, is it arrogance on the part of the governments or control? If knowledge of alien life is released, the pay pig of control through the fear of gods goes out the window. Yeah, well, fuck you. Go fuck yourself. But TZMX says, I'm so tired of UFOs traveling millions of light years and not being able to say hello. It's, look, you literally have people in the government saying it's interdimensional. It's an old fashioned idea of going, well, why would they travel all this way? They're not. They're going through wormholes. They're sliding through dimensions. I don't know if it's true, but that's, they are coming out of these private skiffs, is what they call them, these confidential meetings. And they are like, we can't tell you But one of the, I think it was the Representative Luna, literally said on record, she's like, well, I never said aliens. If you listen to what Grouch said, he said interdimensional. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're dealing with. And then she walked off. Is she telling the truth? Is she a psyop? I don't fucking know. But I'm tired of not knowing. Look at this. This is apparently what it feels like dealing with me every day on the internet, according to Google Gemini. It's kind of nice. I must be a very pleasant individual. I'm a very pleasant young man to deal with. I guess. I don't know. All right. If you were so advanced, why would you want to meet the idiots on Earth? To help us? I don't know. To go. I don't know. Look. I think the theory that we were engineered makes a lot of sense. And maybe they're checking up on us or trying to engineer us again, give us an upgrade. I don't fucking know. But right. Zombie says, I've met wonderful beings on drugs. Don't need spaceships. Neither do they. It's absurd to use Earth travel logic. Yeah. I mean, if you want to get on DMT, there are a lot of people, very learned people, who say those DMT entities are not figments of the mind. There's too many. Although there are things like machine elves that go back well before Terence McKenna. There are things that go back to like cave painting days where people were doing ayahuasca and DMT and having a connection with these things. And it's like, okay, I get it that maybe after the 60s, Terence McKenna would coin the phrase machine elves or whatever he called them. And then everyone sees them because it goes into the zeitgeist and they're expecting to see them. But this is millennia before. But it still could be that when the DMT is released, it creates a visual, shared visual collective unconscious thing. I don't fucking know, but I'm fascinated by it. You may be in waiting, Alien Bobcorn, but you're waiting in the wrong place. We're on Talk Studio. You have to go to YouTube and click it up there, and that's how you can get on. I'm not on the thing tonight. The what's it called? On the Discord at the moment. All right. We're going to wrap up soon. So if anybody does want to call in or anybody wants to try to get a second movie for tonight, we're watching Terrifier 3. We get $150. Actually, we've made some. We get $130. We will put another movie, whatever you guys want. We'll put it on a wheel. We'll spin it. Can be any genre, but it's a lot of money. It's $130 to watch a second movie with your old Papa Jaffe over in the Discord. That ain't chump change, but it is if y'all work together. We got 100 people watching this show. We got 100, and only probably 80 of them are hate watching. That's 20 people, and out of those 20, maybe 8 of them are gainfully employed. And okay, so there's 2 people that can really get us to watch another movie. So I want you guys to just go check your bank account. Let's get $130 in here before we wrap it up tonight. For the last time, ayahuasca is DMT. No, it's not. No, it is not. There are a lot of similarities between them, but there are multiple types of DMT, by the way, of manufactured DMT. And ayahuasca is not only taken in differently than DMT, you can drink it, but it also lasts a lot longer. DMT is a very, very quick trip. And a lot of people say that the experiences, I've done neither, are different. So no. And a downpour. Jaffe, can you show machine sassy fetus? I can, but I can't show sassy fetus now because it's not on OBS. I'm not on OBS. So yeah, but soon though, next time I would love to. But sassy little fetus is a real fucking thing. It's a real fucking fetus that lives in my pocket. Okay. Yes, and that's what makes ayahuasca special because the other things mixed with the DMT. So I'm telling you, it's not the same thing. So why did you tell me it was the same thing? Zombie celebrates 2 months of membership. Thank you, buddy. We appreciate that. We appreciate all our members here. We have the best goddamn, not just the best community, the best show on the internet here. I don't care what you say. I'm not biased. This is the best show on the internet. I love Colin Moriarty. It's better than all his shows put together. I like IGN. It's better than all their shit put together. I like I don't know if I like Hassan Piker, but he's popular. Hassan Piker, it's better than his. I don't fucking know anything. The point is, hit us up with super chats and memberships. We sure would appreciate it. DMT will cause another show. Don't say that. I'd watch, but I don't dig horror movies. It doesn't have to be a horror movie. Tonight we are doing Terrifier 3, yes. But we're also doing, if we get to our goal, we're doing another movie. And that movie is anything. It can be a fucking rom-com, baby. One of my favorite movies is the goddamn Cockanooty Love Actually. It's a terrible movie. Terribly creepy, but it's wonderful. Could be The Holiday. How far are we from the goal? We're far from the goal. We're $130 away from the goal. Let's see if Alien Bobcorn can get you guys to donate. Bobcorn, it's Jaffe. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Imagine being in the jungle, says Koch. Find the exact plant that would let you ingest DMT without dissolving and having no effect. Organical wisdom there, time and nature, like a before. What? I sort of understand, but not really. But I love you. Alien Bobcorn. What's going on, pal?
Oh, sorry, how do I switch the thing?
I really don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I love you. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
How do I switch the camera?
I don't know. Good God, man. I can hear you. What's going on? But we are doing in about 5-8 minutes. We're going to go over and do Terrifier 3. I think Bunny might join us and Rob might join us, and I might do some pot or alcohol. That's the way we're rolling tonight, boys. Come on, you don't want to miss that. Maybe you do. All right, here we go again. Alien Bobcorn sitting in a tree, looking at the ladies, looking at me.
Let's go, Mr. Jaffe.
Hang on. What's going on, man?
Can you hear me? Hello?
I can hear you great.
Okay. Sorry, it's a feedback.
What do you want to talk about?
Just a couple things. Mm-hmm. Have you tried has that new Terminator movie game came out?
Yeah, I just put a video up about it today on my channel. I played it. I bought it. I returned it. I bought it again because I was seeing people playing it. I'm like, well, maybe I judged it too harshly too quickly. And you know, it's not, unless you are the hardest of hardcore Terminators. It is a delightful love letter, as they say, to Terminator. They get a lot of great details right. It's really funny if you know the movies and shit. But it's not worth $30. And it's also
2D.
Well, I don't mind 2D, but I like games like that. But it's $30, and it's a lot of games like that are short. But if you strip out the license, it's a slightly above average action retro shooter, and it costs more than a game like Neon Inferno or Iron Meat, both of which are far and away better retro shooters. But they don't have the brand, they don't have the license, and the Terminator game treats the license wonderfully. So it's an automatic buy for hardcore Terminator fans, especially if they drop the price or there's a sale. But if you're just looking for a great retro shooter, I would go with Neon Inferno, or I would go with Iron Meat all day long.
Yeah, and I was trying to get. I was thinking about getting Terminator. What was the last one that came out?
There was a 3D Resistance, or I don't know I don't know what it was called, but yeah, I heard it was pretty good. I have it, Resistance or Revolution or something like that.
Resistance, I think it's Resistance.
Yeah,
and I did play Salvation on a 360, but I got really bored of it.
Yeah,
and I just returned it at GameStop. So,
all right. What do we want to talk about? What do we got?
Let me see what else I talk about.
God damn, buddy. Come on. You got to roll in with topics ready, buddy.
My communication is really terrible. I'm not good.
You are good. You've called in plenty of times. Just think about what you want to say before you get on the mic. Otherwise, the audience is going to drop like fucking flies.
It's already dropping.
I know. I don't got the big audience like a lot of these fucking Smash JT geniuses out there. It's just me.
Bring back Madhouse.
Madhouse didn't have it either, motherfucker. Don't act like Madhouse was some kind of shining beacon on a hill of concurrent viewership.
He was asking for Keemstar money. That's why he was asking for 5K, which you don't need 5K.
Don't
Like
tell me what I need. I need more than 5K. I got to pay people. Look, I'm not doing. I'm doing this because I love it, but I also want to make business out of it. I'm terrible at it. I'm so tired of being bad at it. What about that, Alien Bobcorn? There's a point. When do you know when to quit? Let's have that discussion. When do you look at the landscape and go, dude, you've been at this for a while. You're never going to be more successful than you are now. So either accept that and shut the fuck up or move on. When do you get, have you had a point like that in your life where you've said, how do you know when to recognize that is what I'd say.
just keep trying.
Okay. Well,
Just keep trying.
okay. So you're saying don't worry about recognizing it. Just ignore the feelings of inadequacy and failure and just keep trying.
Just keep trying.
All right, buddy. What do you want for Christmas under your Christmas tree besides a girl in a cage?
Ah, shit. I was about to say that.
I know you were. That's why I said it. Come on, baby. Maybe we got a big spender watching that's going to get you.
I would like to have a girlfriend.
You'd like to have a girlfriend? Well, why don't you think the ladies like you? You seem like a big, lovable, cuddly kind of Chewbacca kind of dude that can handle himself. You seem kind of simple, but not simple. Like you got a brain back there, but you present as kind of augarish. I'm just kind of a gentle giant, but deep down inside, you got some deep thoughts. The ladies aren't into that. Why not?
They don't like big guys. Lack of communications.
Okay, well, the latter one makes sense. Lack of communication makes sense. I know plenty of girls who like big guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Boogie's fucking a girl. Boogie, that guy.
He has money, that's why.
Yeah, maybe that's true. Right. Fair enough. Okay. You can be fat but you can't be poor. You got to be rich and fat, or you can be skinny and broke, but you can't be both. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out for a lady who might be good for you, buddy. That'll if I can get it for you by Christmas. Now, again, it might be hard I don't know how long the chloroform is going to last, so I'll do my best to make sure she's knocked out before I put her in the bag, but I will get her to you as fast as I can. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Jaffe.
Anytime, buddy. I'll see you soon.
Bye.
All right. Let's bring in Miss Anna G. Anna G. What's going on with him?
Jaffe, chloroform, really?
Huh?
Chloroform, really?
You don't want me to use chloroform? Well, then she just will be terrified the whole ride over.
Good Lord.
Hey, man, I'm just trying to keep people happy. I'm just trying to keep members happy.
Oh, and just to like go against what Popcorn said, that's not true.
What's not true? That girls don't like big guys?
Yeah, that's a lie.
Yeah, I know plenty.
Well,
I know plenty of girls who are dating big guys. Huh?
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you want me to set you up on a date with Popcorn?
No, I can't.
Why not? He's got brand new.
He's got brand new cake.
I mean,
if people don't know, Alien Popcorn ages
ago came on and said
he wants women in cages.
Women in cages.
Maybe he wasn't. There's a bad echo.
There's a bad echo in.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Good Lord, woman.
Is that a little better?
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you want to talk about, buddy? I guess we lost her. What if that was like a terrible accident she was in and we literally lost her? She was talking because you know it happens. Happens sometimes, man. All right, listen to me, my dear friends. That is the stream for right now. Thank you for hanging out with us. We are going to meet in about it's 6 o'clock now, so I need about 10 minutes. We're going to meet at like 6:20 over in the Discord. We're going to watch Terrifier. We did not make our goal tonight. I'm very disappointed in every single one of you. But I love you, wink. Hope to see you over there. If not, we'll see you tomorrow, man. Be well, be safe. Have a great rolling into your weekend for the holidays. And we'll see you really well. I can't speak. I'm having a stroke. We'll see you really soon. I hope you're well. Be safe. Bye. Thanks, everybody.